Big laden SGC collab news, and the clock is ticking for Beckett and BGS. What do I mean by that? Stick around. Guys, welcome back. It is another day. It is another sports card video. Apologies. I am trying to get caught up. We've got a double header today. I was traveling and I have been getting videos out. I actually scheduled some in advance, but we've had some newsy style items that I am behind on. So I apologize, but we will get caught up. If you like what you see and you hear, don't forget to hit the subscribe button down below. We're going to have a variety of different content that will be coming out here. I'm going to be doing some different things and you will see. You don't want to miss it. So definitely subscribe. All right, I saw on IG Leighton posted about a break that they're going to do with SGC. I'm going to just, we're going to take it straight from the horse's mouth. Let's roll the clip that we've got from IG, and I'm going to react on the side as if I haven't heard it. I actually can't hear it while I'm doing this video, so I'm just going to make faces in the background. All right, Frank, go ahead. Frank, guys, I need you to be on time with this stuff.
This is the first time that anybody's heard this.
Oh, exclusive.
So I'm
exclusive.
Something on you. We're going to be doing an early release break of 2023 Bowman baseball.
Nice. What?
This will be on the 25th. We're going to go live at SGC from their headquarters, and we're going to do the first break ever where people are going to have their cards graded in real time during the break.
That's amazing. Oh, shit. That is awesome. That's awesome.
A hobby first for Bowman firsts. We're calling it like a first type of thing.
Yeah. Drew.
We're gonna do a little bit
blind spots. Like, I'm getting in.
The first time we've ever done something like this, so really excited to be a part of it. And SGC, these guys are awesome. Everybody at Fanatics and Tops that helped put this together was super cool about it. We're gonna make sure that a lot of people can get into this break and do maybe like random player style, like all the guys that have.
Oh, really? Yeah. And you'll be able to buy spots at Leighton Sports Cards.
And you'll be able to buy spots at LeightonSportsCards.com and watch our socials for promotions and everything else. It's going to be a lot of fun, man.
So what have we got? Let's recap. Early release break, April 25th. Sports Cards going to be at SGC headquarters. They're going to break the product early, 2023 Bowman baseball, and then it'll be graded in real time during the break. So I guess hits will be graded during the break. Fanatics and Tops helped put this together, which is going to obviously spin off all sorts of speculation. Fanatics, Tops, SGC, doing all these different collaborations. What does it mean for the future? We could go down a whole speculation road, but we'll save that for another 3 or 4 videos. Let's just spread those out into multiple videos. I'm kidding, sort of. So what do you guys think? Kind of innovative. You've got a breaker that's going to be at the grading house. They're going to be grading it live. It's all going to be on the Instagram machine. Pretty cool. So that's going to be on April 25th. Pay attention to Leighton Sports Cards IG account for more details on that. But I thought that was pretty neat. SGC is a channel sponsor here, so I am always happy to hear that they are doing something cool, and this is one of those things. All right, we all heard the Beckett news, the BGS news at Mint Collective. I made 17 videos about it along with others. Kidding. But I did make a few videos on it. BGS came out. They had a big announcement that they were changing their grading scale, and then they ended up rolling back kind of that announcement. I honestly don't think that it's a bad idea that they're changing it. It's just the way that they rolled it out. And honestly, just comms from Beckett over the last 3 years. I don't know who's handling that or who approves communications coming out of there, but man, that's really the biggest piece. They're looking for feedback, I think, in a variety of different ways. And I saw others kind of throwing out different ideas about changing their slab and this and that or whatever. Look, I really like their slab the way that it is. I like their label. I know I heard Neo talking about, they could have a more clear slab. It's like looking through a dirty window. Personally, I like the slab the way that it is. I think that if he could make love to a CSG slab, he would do that. I know that he loves his CSG clear slabs. And hey, if BGS is able to kind of have the exact same shape and everything and just have it maybe more clear, I don't know the process behind all that piece, but if they are able to pull that off, fantastic. Otherwise, like the inner sleeve, some people love it, some people hate it. I don't think you should change it. I mean, I think that, look, the actual slab and the product itself, pretty good. The one thing that they could upgrade, security measures on it, so have just tighter security, have some different bells and whistles around security, obviously with counterfeits and faking and all the BS that we have that does go on. We did see counterfeit BGS slabs. I think they were coming out of China going back a couple of years, so yeah, if you're adding some sort of security feature to it, fantastic. Nobody's going to argue there at all. But as far as making drastic changes, I think look, keep it all the way that it is. Maybe build out a different marketing plan with different communications and just other stuff that could really kind of ties up some loose ends. As far as the actual grading scale goes, I think it's obvious that they are trying to move more towards 10s. I talked about it in my other videos. What are people searching for? What do people want? What are they chasing? PSA 10s, BGS 10s, SGC 10s, CSG 10s. People want 10s. And they're trying to do this in a way that they're not changing their standards, which is good. Obviously, we don't just want a grading company just firing out 10s for no particular reason to cards that are undeserving. But the way that they have it there, the way that what they're trying to do, I think is fairly smart. They just have different variations of 10. And I think this is really the only way to go. I think they eliminate the 9.5 altogether, because what you're seeing is a huge divide between the Gem Mint BGS 9.5 and the Gem Mint PSA 10. The price point between that card or that slab versus the other one is just widening. It's huge. And so if I'm running the show over there, which I'm certainly not, they're not asking my opinion. It's the unsolicited advice that they never asked for. It's get rid of the 9.5. You just have a 9, you just have a 10, but like they have different variations of 10. And you're probably saying, well, what about all the people that have 9.5s? What about the Min Gent 9.5s? Reholder them into 10s. Reholder them into 10s. It's labeled a Gem Mint card right now, so maybe it's on it's your new, it's a pristine 10 or whatever. I don't know how you make it a 10. Make the existing, the 85% of your current slabs, those 9.5s, make those 10s. And call it whatever you want, but just go either 9 or 10. Make it so it's still very hard to get a black label 10. I don't think that's changed. I think it's still very difficult. So the people that have a black label 10, they're not really as much affected. Yes, there's more 10s, but there's not more black label 10s because it's still hard to get. You still have the subgrades because people like the subgrades, but it either falls into the 9 bucket or it falls into the 10 bucket. I think that that's the only way that they can really go. That's just my opinion. If you're going to change the grading scale, I know there's some people that will say, I wish they would keep the 9.5. I hope that they do keep the 9.5. I just think we're in a world where people are looking for 10s, and we're talking about really modern, ultra modern cards mainly. Yes, if we get into some of the the 80s stuff, fine, but once you get into vintage, it's a totally different conversation. So we're mainly just talking here about modern, ultra modern cards and how they move forward. And I think that they just get rid of the 9.5 altogether. It's either 9 or it's 10, add some security features to the slab, maybe get a different manufacturer to get you something a little bit clearer so Neo loves it, and then just work better on your marketing/communication plan. I think that would be a great start, but I am just one person, obviously. Grading is always one of those, I don't know if controversial is the right word, but it just gets people fired up. The other thing I would say is I don't think that they can dawdle on this. I heard Jeff Wilson say, 20 to 30 days they need to make a move or sooner. I don't know if we can wait a few months for feedback. I know they're looking for feedback, and I think they're trying to kind of, to some degree, cover themselves and go out to the world and say, hey, we're looking for feedback. We're reaching out to the community. But man, the problem is that the longer that it lingers, it kind of puts that secondary market for BGS slabs in a standstill. I mean, are people still going to buy cool cards that are in BGS slabs? Of course they are. But if you don't know their grading scale between 9, 5, and 10 and 9, that gets a little bit tricky. How are you negotiating that out unless you're on the buying side and you have a dealer that just does not want to bother with this mess and giving you a giant discount or some sort of a discount on it where you're like, okay, I feel pretty good about that. That's kind of I'm hedging my bets here. They're giving me a nice deal on it. I think it favors the buyer right now. If you're selling them, I think it's really tough because you don't know which direction they're going to go. You know they are going to go in a direction though, because they've said here that they want to make a change. So it's pretty clear that they're going to change it. I actually think that they should change it, but they've got to just kind of revamp this thing, get it worked out quickly, and move on, move to the future. All right, guys, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Stay healthy, stay awesome, and I will talk to you again later.